What's up, guys? I'm Jim Ansel. This is Real Deal Outdoors. I got something special for you guys today. So I've got a special Test Tank Tuesday for you guys today, and it's been a long time since we've done a Test Tank Tuesday. This video probably actually isn't going to come out on Tuesday since I'm filming it Tuesday night. And a lot of people used to really like the Test Tank Tuesday stuff. I feel like when I stopped doing it, a lot of folks fell off. Long story short, when COVID hit and the kids were home all day every day, made it a lot harder for me to do Test Tank videos and stuff like that, so we stopped doing it for a while. But I'm working now on bringing that segment back, and we're gonna bring it back strong. We're gonna change some things up a little bit, and hopefully it'll make this a little more informative, a little more useful for you guys. So for the return to Test Tank Tuesday, the first lure that we're gonna take a look at is the ChaseBaits Mudbug. Now this is a little bit different a bait than what you're used to seeing on Test Tank Tuesday. You know, you're used to seeing just soft plastic stuff like worms and craws and stuff like that. This is a soft plastic lure, but it's a bit different. Now the Mudbug is made out of super tough material. It's TPE plastic. The stuff is super stretchy, it's super pliable, it's really, really durable. So if you're looking at this lure and you're saying, wow, that's kind of expensive for a soft plastic lure, and you're a little hesitant about buying it because you think you're gonna rip it up, don't be. You know, this stuff is tough as nails, and unless you're fishing for toothy fish, it's gonna be real hard for the fish or you to tear this thing up. Now it's got some really neat features. The claws, they float, they're very buoyant. You're gonna see that in the test tank footage. The claws like to stand up. It makes this lure stand up. It looks like it's in a defensive position. It's really realistic looking, guys. That's what's gonna get you bit. Another thing that I really like about this is the weedless hook. Now it's a custom weedless hook. It's super sharp. That's gonna make it easier for you guys to bring it through sparse vegetation and not get hung up. Now it's also got a built-in jig head that looks like an egg sac underneath. And this is one of the cool things about this lure, the way that they've integrated the jig head. It really adds to the realism of this lure. Now another thing that you're gonna notice about this guy, and we're gonna look at the test tank footage right now, when you swim this thing, if you jerk on it, the way that the tail is designed, it curls up and it looks exactly like a crawl looks when it swims through the water. That's something I was really impressed with when I was playing with it in the test tank. You know, I love the way that this lure looks. It's super realistic. I love that this thing is durable. I love the buoyancy of this lure. Those are all really important factors to look at when you're trying to choose lures. You know, you can fish this guy in a variety of different ways. Dead sticking it, I think, is actually going to work pretty well, especially if you're in an area with a lot of current. The current's going to move the legs and it's just going to look like it's sitting there in a defensive position. And that's exactly what a crawl does when it's presented with a predator. Now you can get this guy in a variety of different colors. I think there's 7 colors on the website that you can choose from. You can also get it in a couple of different sizes. They got a 2.75 inch and they got a 3.75 inch. And the ones that I'm showing you here are the 3.75 inch ones. But guys, get a load of this thing in the water. Look how realistic this looks. You know, it looks good when you just crawl it real slowly along the bottom. It looks good when you jerk it a little bit so that it looks like it's swimming away. It definitely looks good enough for a bass to eat. Now, one important thing that I want to mention to you guys is you don't want to store this with your regular soft plastics. When it comes in contact with normal soft plastics, the stuff melts. Much like your Z-Man lures or your 10,000 fish Sakoshi bugs, stuff like that. These things melt when you put them in contact with other soft plastics, so you don't want to store them that way. Now ChaseBaits does, on their website, they've got boxes that are made specifically for TPE soft plastics. You might want to think about getting one of those boxes if you've got a lot of TPE plastic, but what I do is I just keep my stuff right in the packaging. That's going to ensure that your lure doesn't get ruined. Well guys, that's going to about wrap it up for this Test Tank Tuesday. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope that you found this video to be useful. Like I said, this lure is fantastic. I really like it. I've taken it out and I've used it a few times. No bites yet, but I mean, the bass fishing around here has been really slow lately, so I wasn't really expecting to catch anything on it immediately. But I do think that when the bass fishing kind of lights up, this lure is going to be a major producer. If you're interested in picking one of these guys up, you can get it right from the ChaseBaits website. I think it's like $10.99 for one of these guys. You know, my first impression is it's well worth the money. Only time's going to tell whether or not this is really going to catch fish. You know, but based on my experience and what I've seen from this lure in the test tank, I think it certainly will. So listen, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. That helps me out a lot with YouTube and the algorithms and whatnot. Helps me get into search results. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm bringing back the Test Tank Tuesday segment. It may not be every single week, but I'm going to make an effort to make it as often as possible. Also, let me hear your thoughts, guys. Drop down in the comments section. Tell me what you thought about this lure. Tell me some of the lures that you'd like to see in future Test Tank Tuesday segments. I've got 5 or 6 of them already filmed and ready to go. So all I've got to do is film my monologue. So I've got the next several weeks already planned out. But if there's something that you'd like to see specific in the test tank, let me know. I'll do my best to make it happen. Well, again, thank you all for watching. Make sure you're staying safe out there. Make sure you're staying healthy. Tight lines until next time.